Okay, next one is George from Claude, and George is going to talk about AI infrastructure.
Hi, everybody. Good evening. My name is George. I'm from Claude, C-L-O-D. So we're actually having this name way earlier than C-L-A-U-D-E, just for your note. And thanks, BB. I always feel like whenever I go to a presentation by BB, I learn a different, very technical topic and opens my mind about different things. I work in product marketing, so I don't write code on a daily basis, but my role is to help developer bringing the support that developer need to them at the right time, at the right moment. Working at Clo, we've been thinking about the question a lot. Are token cost and token volume limiting the ambitions of developer? Maybe you already have a question in your heart. So we have been talking to people, researching, and we realized that there are a lot of friction in developer experience in general. And these friction and hidden forces are shaping what you're building, how you're building, and eventually the way that you want your ambition to be realized. So today we wanted to dig deeper into this question, identifying which are the friction that are commonly shaping you or limiting you, and then provide some perspective that we think are going to help you and empower you. But before we dig into that, just want to do a quick check. I think we can build almost anything now. Do you agree with this statement? At least I didn't expect that I can wake up to Instagram seeing the cat video where the cats are running or cats are building instruments or the dogs are starting to code. Like on a daily basis, I see all of these crazy videos and projects, even from children and high school students. So I feel it's a fascinating time. So it seems that we can almost build anything right now with explosion of tools for developers specifically. Most of these tools today, it feels like you can like write the reasoning logic, you can have different multi-step workflow in just a single afternoon. You can launch like a very completely fully launched product. But one thing that is really interesting is whenever we try to take these little experiment with tools and coding into production, that's when things happen. Like that's when things start to really be complicated because they will start to charge you and they properly put a cap or limitation on the way that you're building. And that is what we want to talk about today. So here's a meme about it. You're seeing this roller coaster, you're experimenting, exploring the tool, and the moment that you want to make it into production, boom, the AI team who actually own the AI model, they're really happy about it. At the same time, your company, your CFO, they might be going crazy because they are seeing a $500 bill on their account. Actually, this just happened to one of our team members recently when they were exploring OpenClaw. They got like $100 a bill that was really like surprising. So you build something cool, you test it out, it works, then you look at the projected token cost, and it's really depressing and not really encouraging for you as a developer. So in addition to the cost of token and cost of AI models, there are also other constraints I'm pretty sure that many of you resonate with. Things like the unpredictability of the cost, the latency suddenly spikes, the rate limits of the tools, or maybe you have a cap or ceiling of their throughput. So when one or more of these forces are presenting together, we think that it really influences the very decision that you're making about building your product, shaping your decision in general. And honestly speaking, as developer, I don't know, how often do you have to think about trying a new tool and think about like, can we afford this? Should we switch to a cheaper models? Will this break when we scale it up? So maybe you have experienced this on a weekly or monthly basis as all of these new tools emerge. And we believe that these constraints, they not only slow us down for innovation, they also shape our ambitions. Even as non-technical partner from the team, whenever I hear the developer are complaining about they only give us a $10 credit, or like they only have a 1 week free trial, it's really not encouraging. So with these constraints, we might be thinking about things like, oh, why don't I just simplify the workflow? I don't have to build such a complicated app. Why don't we stop experimenting, just start building something very simple and launch it? Or maybe we downgrade from using a very powerful model to an instant model or very like a cheap grade model that is not very helpful for your features. And most importantly, we might design around hesitation and fear and frustration. So we really see that what powers your AI actually will shape what you're building. So you might have a lot of creativity and ideas, but ultimately the foundation that you're building with is impacting you on a daily basis. On the opposite side of these spectrum, with the opposite side of all of these friction, is the ideal world for developers today. You have predictable cost, you have very stable latency around your AI models. You can control those trade-offs between latency and cost and speed. Maybe that also gives you the full confidence to experiment more. You can spend 2 weeks to explore something and share with your team or engineering manager before you have to say, this is too expensive, we cannot afford it. So we call this abundance, and in essence, it's basically the freedom to build without fear. And I think all the developer would want that type of experience in their daily life. So that is why we built Claude, because this is the way that we think can remove all of the friction that we're talking about. So Claude, in short, is an alternative to inference platform like OpenRouter. Raise your hand if you have used OpenRouter for, quite a lot of use. If you're interacting with AI and LLM on a daily basis, to put it very simply, OpenRouter is like a gateway. You have like one API to connect and access different LLMs. And we are an alternative to OpenRouter, and we have different advantages. That's what I'm gonna share with you in a little bit. So at Claude, we offer not only access to a variety of LLMs, we offer them so for all of the frontier premium models, we offer them at a cheaper rate. For the free LLMs, we offer you more access of daily free requests. At the same time, we have a very unique pricing model that I'm going to go over in a little bit. The really attractive part here is that you don't have to be so afraid of the token cost, because thinking about it, when you're building with agentic workflow, the bill can easily come up to like $1,000, $2,000, and we offer up to 60% of discount on the premium and frontier LLMs. And at the same time, we offer you the free access to a bunch of free open source LLMs so that you can build and experiment. So what's attractive about this platform is at Claude, we really want to make developer platform accessible and intelligent. It's not just the price advantage, it's the access that give you the confidence, and also the ability to tune every model performance per request. So we have a very strong features around inference strategy that you can set your model performance per request. And we have a very intelligent workload routing technology that is actually based on energy price. I don't know if you follow the trends around energy, AI, and data center, but one of the things that's happening in the industry today is big data centers are trying to route the compute workload to different regions based on energy price. So imagine that you have a large workload, maybe a batch of 1 million requests in New York, but the electricity price is over the roof. At the same time, maybe Texas has really cheap electricity price. Then within a few seconds, you route all of these requests from New York to Texas. The energy price is only 20% of New York. Then in essence, all of those inference costs can be downgraded almost with a huge discount. So that is the type of pricing model that we're offering. We're going to be routing your inference and AI workload to different regions based on electricity price. That's why we have the confidence to offer you much cheaper price on the token cost. At the same time, it's ready to be integrated with trendy tools like NAN, OpenClaw, KiloCode. If you're familiar with these, we're already having these integration ready so the developer don't even have to build them themselves. I want to show you an example of the other tool that are in the market. They also claim to offer a bigger discount on their inference costs, like this random company that we randomly found on Reddit. They claim that they can offer up to 50% more discount on their inference costs. But when we dig deeper, we realize that they actually have some business model that is not very sustainable. So read it here. In the future, if we enable the data collection for you, then you can have that in exchange for the discount. So I don't know if AI developer would want their user to have their data be collected just for the exchange for the 50% discount. In comparison, when we are saying that we offer up to 60% discount, it's really based on the energy price real time. So here's just a screenshot from our interface. This line is the cap of the inference price. So let's say $4 is the maximum amount of money that is costing you when you send like 1 million token for your input or output. This graph is basically real time from 1 a.m. in the morning to 11 p.m. in the evening. We have the price adjusted based on the energy cost in real time. So we will always try to optimize the price of the token cost based on the energy availability and energy price in that specific region, so that you're always getting a discounted cost in real time. So any questions so far on this concept of like energy aware workload routing and inference cost?
How would you directly connect the energy cost with your API usage? Because I mean, at least I'm a junior developer, so in my mind, those cost models are like memberships, and API usage doesn't really let you configure like where you run it from. So I'm curious about that.
Yeah, that's a great question. So the company behind Claude is Low Technology. It's our parent company. We have years of experience with energy solution, energy intelligence. So we have patented technology. We have the access to the data of energy pricing in real time because we're working with a lot of data centers, especially in US and Canada. That's why we gather data around electricity pricing in real time, and we price the inference cost based on that. Okay. Happy to answer more questions because this is definitely a new and emerging trend. And as I know so far, only our company have the patented technology to route the workload based on energy price. You have another question?
How do you do with latency?
Latency? Latency. Yeah, that's a great question. I actually would love to route it to my technical partner, Doan, on this, but I can table this, and at the end of the presentation, I can go back. Thank you. Yeah, so just in short, I think this just will absolutely resonate with all of you here. Better AI tooling can expand your ambition. Just to wrap it up, we think that in the future, the teams that build with AI, they win not just by choosing the fastest model or the most powerful model. Actually, if you look at the news this week, I think several companies like OpenAI, they're trying to launch some lightweight models that might not be the most powerful or capable, but like fastest or like cheaper. They're trying to go to a different route. So we also believe that when developers are building on the foundation, when they can explore, test, and experiment without that $10 cap or like without those constraints, they will feel more empowered. So here's an opportunity. I think many of you are builders in heart. You build and you create, even not just for the company, you might have personal projects. If you're building with AI, or even if you're enthusiast and building with like vibe coding or experimenting with stuff like automation, or exploring the trendy tool like OpenClaw, NAN, or KiloCode, come to talk to us tonight. Here's my engineering partner, Doan. So if you follow us on the Discord community and you talk to us, maybe we can exchange contact. We will be able to offer you $25 free credit to start on the platform. $25 is a lot for just starting with some inference model because a lot of platforms only offer you like $1 or $2. We offer you technical advisory. We have a large team of engineers who can offer you advice, especially if you build with AI. And we're also going to be launching a hackathon with really appealing cash prize. So if you join the Discord, we'll be posting information there. And also, if you're serious about experimenting, we are a team of experimenters. We'd love to support whatever you're building. So join Discord here, and we can also... Yeah, so here are some resources we actually just launched. For example, how to configure the integration between OpenClaw and Claude. Also, here's another very famous tool called KiloCode. So we have these tutorials built out. We'll be able to send them to you once you join the Discord or exchange contact on LinkedIn. But I hope to connect with you because we are based in Vancouver and we want to support and empower local community first before supporting developer from other regions. So tonight, the $25 free credit is exclusive to the Van.js community. Thank you. And I'm happy to, and you can get your first API key today at clode.io. And you'll be able to also connect with me and stay in touch on LinkedIn here. Thank you so much.